IVP Sports presents the Buffalo Wild Wings High School Football Game of the Week. Brought to you by Buckeye Toyota, Bay Food Market, Fairfield County Adam H., the Savings Bank, Sheridan Funeral Home, Fairfield Federal, Fairfield DD, the Frankie Smith Funeral Home, Dagger Law, The Carriage Company, Personal Touch Party Rentals, North Body Shop, Fairfield Medical Center, and Buckeye Lake Marina.
Good evening and welcome to Fulton Field, home of the Lancaster Golden Gales for the IVP Sports Buffalo Wild Wings High School Game of the Week. Tonight featuring the New Albany Eagles and the Lancaster Golden Gales. I'm Marion Royster alongside Tim Shoemaker, coming to you in a little different role than I normally am. You usually see me patrolling the sidelines, but I'm up here tonight with you, Shoe. So
it's great.
I appreciate that.
No, it's great.
A little brighter up here. We got that sun right in our face. You guys have been talking about that for years, so that's the first time I'm actually experienced it, but I'm looking forward to it. But speaking of different roles, New Albany, the Eagles, we'll start talking about them, found themselves in a little different role this season. They've started off the last couple years excellent. Actually, back in 2021, started off 12-0 before finally losing in the playoffs. This year started the season with 2 losses, but got back off the schneid last week with a big win over Walnut Ridge. So, Shu, what do you think they'll need to do this evening to continue that success that they had last week?
Well, you know, when we got to talk to Coach Finn this week, the one thing he said, and I really liked how he phrased it, he says, we got to polish things. He said, we're doing some things okay, but efficiency on offense and detail stuff like who to block, get the angles, all the detail stuff that makes them good. He felt like they gained some ground last week. Sure. I know playing Walnut Ridge is not the kind of caliber that they're used to, but and that's what you need to do is you just got to focus on, the weekly opponent, get better, and he feels that they've done that.
Yeah, I know when you're looking for that first win, it really doesn't matter who your opponent is. You'll take it how you can get it, right?
You're right.
On the other side of the coin, we've got the home Lancaster Golden Gales tonight, also 1-2 on the season, but have gone about it a completely different way. They started off with a really big win against Tays Valley, come from behind victory. But the last 2 weeks, things haven't gone the Gales' way, and it's really been they've been the victim of a lot of self-inflicted wounds in the way of turnovers that have really plagued them.
Yeah, Coach Schooner felt that they really did control that. Even though they had to come back, they did control the Tays Valley game, but the turnovers balanced that, and they pulled it out. But he said the last 2 weeks, it just kind of, led to a total downfall because if you turn the ball over, it's going to cause problems in lots of other ways, not just that you put your defense out there a lot more. And he really thinks the big thing, Marion, is their third down efficiency's got to get a lot better. It's under 50%. Yeah. And you know what? If you want to maintain the way they play, you know what? They need to really just take care of the ball, eliminate as many penalties as possible, and finish drives because they've moved the ball. When you look at the statistics offensively, and to be honest, I think when you turn the ball over, it just puts your defense in some really tough, predictable situations that aren't easy to deal with. Yeah, and
they've experienced that. They know better. I know they came into this season with some players that have had some experience. They've been young for years and have struggled, and we're hoping to capitalize on some of that experience this year, but it just hasn't panned out, so they'll look to get things going in the right direction tonight.
Yeah, he's felt the line and their backs have all played well, and Brody Brooks improved, but he's a sophomore.
Right.
He's played, 12 varsity quarters? Yeah. You got to give him a chance here, and he said he's doing okay. He's really working and getting better.
Yeah. So as we're awaiting for the teams to take the field, we'll take a minute to thank our pregame sponsor. Tonight's pregame is brought to you by Personal Touch Party Rentals. Carol and Eric Whittington would like to invite you to stop by Personal Touch Party Rentals and Events in Lancaster. They're a small family-owned business and have been serving the Central Ohio area since 2003. They would love to help plan your next event. Weddings, special events, even corporate events, all with a personal touch. They can be reached at 689-6991. And as I finish that read, we see the home Lancaster Golden Gales take the field wearing the very sharp, as I've always commented as we've done their games in the past, blue on blue with the gold helmets. Really sharp helmets. I like them.
That's a pretty sweet look, isn't it?
Yeah, it is a sweet look. We'll wait. New Albany will be taking the field here soon as well. They'll be wearing the white jerseys, white on white tonight with the crimson letters, both with gold helmets, though, so we'll see if that has any effect on the quarterbacks. Neither teams really throw the ball a whole lot, and I know they'll be looking to establish the run early.
Yeah, that's what both coaches spoke about. They've got to run the ball and they've got to stop the run. So they really think it's going to come down at the point of attack. Which lines play better on offense and defense? And to be honest with you, Braylon Nash has thrown 45 passes in 3 games, so that's not really tightening up so much. That's 15 a game. Lancaster does throw a little less. But we'll see what happens here, and I think it kind of depends on the flow of the game.
Yes, absolutely will. And there we see the New Albany Eagles as they take the field. Again, led by Coach Brian Finn in his second season as head coach. His 23 actually on the staff. He's had an amazing run. Again, his first season in 2021, all he did was lead them to a 12-1, or I'm sorry, a 10-3 record, 10-4, excuse me. So excellent start to his head coaching career, and they'll be looking to continue that this season after, again, even an 0-2 start, but a nice win last week. So the Gales have elected to receive, and they'll be receiving from New Albany, going to the north end zone here. Brendan Sincott's deep to return for the Gales. And as you heard, Clapier will be kicking off for the Eagles. As we prepare for the kickoff, we'll take a minute to remind you tonight's kickoff is brought to you by Sheridan Funeral Home. Sheridan Funeral Home is proud to be supporting high school football. They have been serving the communities of Lancaster and Fairfield County for over 100 years. So all set to kick off tonight. Clapier lines up. And we're underway here again at Fulton Field. It's received by the Gales. Simcox takes it, short gain on the left side. Not much of a return, but the Gales should start with the good field position at the 30. And there's a flag on the play.
Holding on the return team, number 2. First down.
As you heard, holding on the Gales. That'll back them up 10 yards, as described by our referee, Wayne Linthicum. So we'll get our first look of the season at the Lancaster Golden Gales.
Anxious to see here. Marian, like I said, as long as you're just working to improve and get better, it's always fun to watch the development of these teams early in the season.
Yes, absolutely. Lancaster lined in tight. They'll give to the first man through. That's Cole Dickerson. We'll be calling his name a lot tonight, wrapped up by a host of Eagle defenders. So Dickerson, if you remember last year, we did his first game back when he returned from injury, and he just went haywire, didn't he? A couple long runs in the first half led them to a big victory there last season, and really helped shoot life into that offense.
Yeah, that was tremendous fun that evening.
Yeah, it really was.
Both teams, and especially I know Lancaster, how they run they want to make sure they make the fullback accountable.
Yeah.
Defensively, they're going to make New Albany stop the fullback.
Man in motion. This will be another handoff around the right side this time. That's Dickerson again. About a 3-yard gain on the play.
3rd and 3.
That'll bring up 3rd and 3 for the Gales. And they're going to want to try to convert this, obviously, to keep that first drive going and really start fast.
Well, just like we said, one of the keys to the game for the Gales is You know, the third down conversions only at 49% for the season so far.
They like being in third and short, and that's where they are here. This time it gives to number 24. That's Gunnar Richards. But he's going to be stopped again by a host of Eagle defenders. And that'll bring on the punt team for the Gales.
Really good pursuit on his cutback by the New Albany defense right there. I thought he was going to have an opportunity to gain the first down, but didn't work out.
Yeah. So the Gales got what they want there on the third and short there. Tried the sweep around the left side. Gunnar Richards, who's had an excellent season. Really all three backs that Lancaster primarily uses have had really great seasons, but wasn't able to convert on that one. So Lancaster on to punt.
J.D. Thomas.
Thomas as well. Kicking and punting duties, doing double duty. This received on the run by number 12. That's Abu Kibi. And he'll have a short return, but it'll start in Gales territory as the Eagle offense takes the field.
Yeah, only 18 yards on the net there, and that puts New Albany in really good field position.
Yeah, it really
here.
does, as they hustle to the line, led by Braylon Nash, their senior quarterback. He'll hand on the end around to number 4. That's Joseph Owusu-Ansah. Nice gain of 5 yards on that play. Put him in 2nd and 5.
Yeah, he's the primary ball handler for rushing.
Yeah, he absolutely is. Has a lot of talent. Again, New Albany hurries to the line. This time there's a flag. Looks like the play will be blown dead. So that will not count. We'll wait to see.
On the offense, number 74, 2nd down.
Encroachment on the Eagles. So that'll back them up 5 yards. And sometimes you see that shoe, with the tempo, especially you know, sometimes earlier in the season, getting set, making sure that guys don't jump. It's really important. So 2nd and 10 now. Ball on the 43-yard line. Now they'll shift formations. And another whistle.
Play.
Another flag.
Delay a game, New Albany.
Delay a game on the offense, 2nd down.
Well, talk about unforced errors on the Gales' part, but New Albany's had 2 consecutive pre-snap penalties. You never want that as a coach.
Well, Coach Finn's not going to be happy. I mean, he was the offensive coordinator from 2013 till he became the head coach, so that's not going to make him real happy.
Not at all. Never does.
No.
Especially this early in the game. So now 2nd and 15. This time out of the gun. Hands to Owusu-Ansah again. Not as much as the first carry. Looks like about a gain of 3. And this will be an interesting down shoe. We were talking again how New Albany doesn't they really don't want to throw a lot, but they have thrown a little more than what you expect out of this offense and have had some success doing it.
Well, they got a senior for a quarterback, and he's been really good. Braylon Nash, I mean, he's a 6'4", 175-pounder.
Yep. Got a lot of seniors on this Eagle team. This time he'll roll to his left and just throw it away.
I just had that question with a friend of mine who's an offensive coordinator, and I said, let me ask you, I'm certainly not an expert in football. Why, when you watch the replay here, watch the pressure, forcing him out and making him run what you'd call a banana. He had to curl around, but why do they rule quarterbacks away from their strong hand so much? I don't know. He said they don't, but we saw it with Hartley. They did a lot of that, and I think it'd be hard.
Yeah, Clapier's punts away. It's fielded at the 12-yard line by number 15. That's Traden Roby.
Yeah, great coverage from the Eagles.
Yes. Low line punt, and they still got down there and covered that extremely well. So that'll give the ball back to the Gales deep in their own territory once again.
Yeah, they netted 42 yards on that punt.
Wow.
Yeah. That really swings the field position.
Yeah, especially when we talked about the previous punt from Lancaster, which didn't really gain much ground there. So here's the offense again. Brody Burke under center. He'll hand to Richards. off the right side.
Whoop.
And unfortunately, it looks like they got
The
in for a
late
little
flag.
activity after the play, Shoe.
Yeah, that was late.
Yeah. And it was right in front of the official. So that's going to get you a flag every day of the week and twice on Sunday. As we await the call from the
Personal
official.
foul on the offense, number 24. Second down.
As we hear that call and see him backed up, we'll take a look at the officials for this evening.
Yeah, the referee is Wayne Linthicum, umpire Jim Wood, head linesman Chris Anderson, line judge Mike McSay, back judge is Paul Holland, and the center judge is Phil King. And I will tell you this, Wayne Linthicum, the referee, is a very good baseball umpire, and Phil King, who is the back or the side judge there, center judge, he actually worked in Williamsport for the Little League World Series this year.
Well,
So how about that?
Incomplete pass there. Shoe, is there anyone you don't know?
No, you know, as I tell people, when I get that comment, I always say it's a sign of being old.
Yeah. Well, it's better than the alternative. We'll
Yeah, it
definitely
sure
say that.
is.
You talked about the Little League World Series. We could talk a little bit about New Albany's.
Yes.
Yeah, their 12U team, which actually had an impressive run and made it there.
They had a great run.
Yeah, in Pennsylvania, and I'm sure that the community was proud of them on that. 3rd and 15 for the Gales now. Not a situation they want to be in. Brody Burke in shotgun, and looks like we have another pre-snap.
I didn't throw a flag. He just kind of stopped play.
Okay. As we await for the officials, we'll take this moment to talk about tonight's keys to the game, which are brought to you by North Body Shop, providing quality customer service, parts, and reliability since 1979. Owner Mark North will provide you with a free written warranty on each estimate. That's Mark North of North Body Shop. He'll treat you right.
Yeah, we
Shoot, what do you
kind of
think?
already hit on those, really. I
Yeah.
mean, with, New Albany, they want to polish their offense and their techniques and just get better, and Lancaster just needs to take care of the football.
Yeah, absolutely.
Keep moving the ball. They've done. He said the line's done good things. The backs have been good. The quarterback's getting better. Well, can't turn it over.
Sometimes the simplest thing is the most effective. Again, out of the gun, this time 3rd and 15. Pass is caught. And it looks like he's loose there. That's Jackson Burke. As he rumbles down the sideline, pushed out of bounds by Tommy Roberts III, but not until he gets a big gain for the Gales and moves the stick for first down almost into Eagle territory.
39-yard gain from brother to brother here.
That's right, yeah.
How about that?
Yeah. Nice catch and run there. Lancaster quickly back to the line, again out of the gun. This time a short pass to the right. That's Burke again, Jackson Burke.
I mean, you played receiver. I like those little bubble screens. They're just like a run.
Oh, those are my favorite. Yeah, especially it gives when you got a guy who's got skill to run after the catch like Burke does.
Yes.
You just get him the ball quickly and let him do his magic. There's Coach Brian Schoonover.
Wow, 3rd and 15 and
Yeah, what a conversion on that.
get 39 yards.
Burke this time under center. This time gives to Dickerson. He breaks a tackle and scoots ahead for an extra 2 or 3, and he's very close to another first down for the Gales.
Just short.
I'll bring up 3rd and short, and as 3rd downs go, that's about as best you could ask for, especially with this Lancaster offense. Jackson Burke will bring in the play. Brody Burke under center. Wing T formation, Richards is deep. He'll take the deep handoff straight up the middle, and he will have the first down for the Gales. So it looks like the Gales have a little bit of momentum now going, Shu. That only takes one big play like that to get them going.
Yeah, you know what? A big play just excites everybody. And, speaking of the Burke boys, their dad was a great linebacker at Lancaster. He's in the Hall of Fame here. And he was the head coach at Logan High School. He's now the coach here on the staff helping Lancaster.
How about that? Another stoppage of play. Again, this is the second stoppage without a
Well, he sent him
penalty.
off the field.
I'm not sure. Maybe it's a uniform infraction, but
I don't know.
As they sent him off the field, looked like they were pointing to his sock or
Did he
his
have
leg or
blood,
something.
maybe?
Yeah, that may be it. Yeah, I think you're right there, Shu.
I don't know. Nobody seems to be.
Not be sure, but Burke will nevertheless hand to Dickerson on the quick hitter up the middle. He'll gain about 3 yards. Bring up 2nd and 8 from the 38. Burke to the line. This time split backs. Man in motion. Off tackle to Dickerson. Didn't get much on that play. About 2. Again, tackled by a host of defenders.
Yeah, they really never got the defensive right tackle blocked. I mean, he just came through clean, and it's pretty hard to, allow a lineman to have a clean take and get through that.
Yeah. Again, both these teams very physical, so it's going to be a battle there in the trenches. 3rd and 7. Burke will step back, as looks like they're going to change the play. End around to Richards. He can almost outruns one, but cannot outrun the pack. It's Gabe Kofer that slowed him down on that one.
Yeah, he did a really nice job of getting out there and keeping contained and bringing down the runner.
Yeah. And that'll bring on another punt for the Gales. Thomas will be back deep to punt. Back for the receiving for the Eagles is Keeby. High looping punt, pretty short. Actually, that's Cole Grady who will give chase, but he'll stop short. Takes an Eagle bounce, and will roll dead at about the 15.
Well, we flipped the field the other way, field position, so now New Albany's got to start from deep inside their own territory.
Yes, all due to that big play Burke to Burke that we had. And
yes.
Eagle offense will come to the line of scrimmage. Hands to the first man through. Looks like it was Stace. Short gain, it'll be 2nd and 9. Wing T formation again, man in motion. And he'll get the ball. Nice run around the right side. Gain of about 3 or 4. And that was Lewis Justin. And that's we hadn't really talked about that, Shu, but when you were talking to Coach Finn, 93 players on this roster. They just come at you in waves, this Eagle team. Huge classes that they have. Over 30 kids per class from 10 through 12. Yep, something you don't see very often, but their bell cow here, again, that's Owusu Ansah. Yeah. And he'll have the first down. That's a good hard run right there. He went through contact, gained that first down. Yeah, absolutely. Ran through the first tackle, fell forward for another 2 yards. You can see they're starting to try to get a little tempo. Yes. Trying to pick it up a little bit. This time Nash in the gun. He'll keep it himself around the left side, makes a man miss, and stumbles very close to another first down. Well, the same thing like Lancaster does with the fullback. New Albany's going to make you accountable for him. He's like has the 3rd most rushes on their team. Yep. He's not going to run a lot, but you're going to have to account for the quarterback. Keeps you honest on the backside. This time split backs. Oh, good job right there. Very nice tackle by Xavier Goss. Number 8 for Lancaster just blew that up. Yeah, we've seen a really nice effort thus far by the Gales. You know, again, they were put in some really tough positions the last couple weeks, but you kind of see as the offense doesn't turn the ball over, they can really play some ball when they get a chance to. 3rd and 3, another handoff to Owusu Nasa.
Those are big, those third downs.
First down,
Yeah,
Eagles.
that's twice now on third down. They've converted. That just keeps drives alive, keeps morale up. Watch a replay right here. Look at the hole that gets created for him right here, Marion. That's just outstanding front line blocking.
Nice tackle there by Simcox, but not until another Eagle first down. This time, back to pass. Over to the left, pass is incomplete. Intended for Miles Jackson. Just led him a tad bit too far. Bring up 2nd and 10 for the Eagles. Two receivers. Nash in the shotgun again. This time hands to Allen.
Oh, wow.
And he's tackled deep in the backfield. And that's Goss again. I beg your pardon, that's Fisher.
Kelton Fisher.
Tackle.
Watch this right here. Look at the speed he came through there untouched.
Wow.
That's big play.
Yep.
Now you know you're looking
right
at
through that block.
3rd and 17.
Yeah. Not as easy to convert. Lancaster didn't have any trouble with it last time they had a 3rd and long, so we'll see if the Eagles have the same type of success. Man out wide is Jackson. Other backs in tight, and we've got a pre-snap penalty.
Flag on the play.
Encroachment on the offense, number 87. 3rd down.
Just a reminder, tonight's replays are brought to you by Dagger Law.
We appreciate it because we don't always pick up on the first
My
view every
goodness,
time.
yes. It does so much to help our broadcast and just give that second look to the viewers and to us.
Yeah,
because we need to see it sometimes. It's nice to have it up here. I usually don't have it when I'm on the sidelines. 3rd and 22 now. Keeper around the end makes a man miss, and Nash has a nice gain, but not quite enough for the first down. Got a nice chunk of it back, though.
Yeah, there's not too many 3rd and 22 plays you can dial up in there.
No, but gain of 12 on the play, which makes that punt look a little better. And as we still have a score of 0-0 with 44 seconds left in the first quarter, it's turning into a game of field position. Clapier back to punt. He gets it away. Roby on the return, straight up the middle. Gain of about 10 on the return. So again, as this clock kicks down, not a whole lot of scoring, but both teams have played a really clean game, had a few penalties, but no turnovers, and just a struggle of defenses so far.
Yes, and we talked about how both teams like to run the football. I mean, New Albany will put it in the air. We saw there a little bit, but they still want to run the football. That's priority number 1.
Yeah, absolutely. So the Gales will have it 1st and 10 from their own 40-yard line. Just 34 seconds remaining in the first quarter. This time Burke under center. He'll hand to Dickerson again off the right side. Gain of about 2.5.
Isn't it amazing? Could you imagine? I mean, now we have these, the clocks on the end zones where you can tell. I mean,
yeah.
How convenient is
right,
that?
It is. As we look at the Dagger Law replay.
Yep. Good hard running and blocking right there. Bodies on bodies.
I beg your pardon. That's Goss. That's I had said Dickerson. Another Dagger Law replay. As it brings an end to the first quarter. Still no score, 0-0.
Tonight's first half scoreboard sponsor is the Buckeye Automotive family. The Buckeye Honda, Nissan, and Toyota dealerships would like to wish all of our local athletes best of luck this season. Learn more at buckeyecars.com.
As we have a couple minutes before the second quarter starts, Shu, maybe we can talk a little bit about the upcoming schedules for the teams. Again, both teams starting 1 and 2, but getting ready to start their OCC conference play. We'll take a look at the Eagles' 2023 schedule.
Yeah, I mean, you look at usually a very good Old and Tansy Liberty team's 0-3, but But Coach Hale always has a very good team there. And you see Pick North, who's real good. Gahanna, who beat New Albany last year in the regional final game. I mean, that's tough. That's a tough division right there. With Grove City's had a good season. Now Westerville Central is down, not as strong as they have been. So they still have some. They got a little ways to go. But they finished 7-3 last year, Marion, and ended up in the regional final because they got hot at the end of the year because they got better.
Yeah.
That's what you got to do. Playing your best football at the end of the schedule.
Yeah, especially with this expanded playoffs now. It's not as important in the beginning of the season. Every game's important, but. You want to make sure that you hit your stride at the right time because it can really make a difference in the playoffs. Gain of about 3 on that play. We'll bring up 3rd and 4 for the Gales.
Big play for the Gales.
Yep.
As we said, Coach Schooner really is concerned about their 3rd down efficiency.
Yeah, and
staying on the field.
Yeah, and again, when you get to 3rd and 3, 3rd and 4s, you should think that should be right in their wheelhouse. But they're playing a tough defense tonight. You got to give the Eagles credit. They don't make it easy for them. This time out of the gun, Burke will look to his right and just overshoots his receiver intended for Brendan Simcox.
Yeah, he did a nice job. He looked left first.
He did.
To look it off and then threw back. It just wasn't quite accurate enough.
Yeah. And that's the thing. I mean, it's been nice to see the Gales. They've really expanded their offense, tried to do a lot more as far as throwing the football, different formations. Again, varied success, but it's Coach Schoonover knows that they're going to have to do a little bit more of that to be successful. Another punt by Roberts. This time it's a boomer. Sails over the head of both Eagle defenders and just bounces into the end zone. Nearly a great punt nonetheless as it flips the field, but almost had them pinned very deep.
54 yards total, but you only get 34 out of it.
Yeah. It was quite a punt. He got all of that one. And we've got a second here as we turn over. We'll take a look at the schedule of the Lancaster Golden Gales upcoming.
You see they go to Darby next week and then Central Crossing and then up the road to rivals Groveport. Roundsburg has struggled a little bit, but Pickerington and Newark is always a big game.
Yes, they are. And the thing that stands out to me is they've got a lot of road games in the second half of that schedule. So that is not going to be easy for Lancaster. This time the handoff goes to Will Ola. He gains about 3.
Well, the thing the Lancaster defense has done really well here is Marion, they're getting off blocks. They're not staying blocked. They're getting free to get contact with the runner soon.
Yeah.
And that's big.
Excellent job by the defensive line of the Gales thus far. They're not giving an inch at all. 2 receivers wide left. Nash under center. He'll toss to Ola again. He's got a little bit of daylight, and now he gets free. Yep. For about a 15-yard gain and a first down for the Eagles. Nice run there by Will Ola out the toss from Nash.
Yeah, that was a very well diagrammed play, and they had some great blocking out on the perimeter on the left side.
Yep. This time back under center. Nash will hand to Owusu Ansah. He'll break 2 and almost 3 tackles. But a decent gain there of 8 yards. There is a flag on the play, though. We'll wait to see what this is.
On the offense, they're first.
Sideline warning on that play, so it will not result in any negative yards for the Eagles.
I mean, Owusu Ansah, he's only 5'10", 160, but he is tough.
He is. He's tough and he's fast. And their leading rusher thus far, 249 yards. And a 6.7 yard per carry average, which is very impressive.
Well, you can see why.
Yes. Eagles shifting formation. And now we'll reverse out with another hand to Ola as he plows ahead. Forward progress will have him very close to another first down for the Eagles.
Number 70, Adley Carnes, number 9, Jackson Burke.
70, Adley Carnes.
The sideline official on this side marked it as a first down. He had him breaking the plane there.
And they are now moving the chains. That's right, first down. So we'll see if the Eagle offense can get into some sort of rhythm here. Plays coming in. Still 0-0. 9 minutes and 43 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Quick to the line again are the Eagles. National hand to Owusu Ansah. He breaks the first tackle. And shoot, he has consistently ran through the first tackle every time he's gotten the ball. First guy never brings him down. That's the mark of a great running back.
They used to call those yak yards.
Yeah,
yards after contact. Yeah, he's good.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is a very impressive runner. The senior. This time Nash will roll to his right. Oh, almost intercepted by Gavin Smith, but a late flag on the play.
Sideline warning.
On the defense, they're first.
All right, well, that evens it up.
It's my favorite call anyway.
As we look at the dagger replay.
Yeah, watch this. Got a little pressure on him. Wow. Good effort.
It looked like there was maybe a miscommunication. He had two receivers in somewhat of a similar area, and Nash just threw it in between both of them, which almost led to an interception by Gavin Smith right through his hands. Nash will roll to his right again, being chased, and he'll dive for what looks to be a first down again.
Yeah, he knew where he had to get. That's really being aware on the field.
Right.
Just got it.
First down Eagles as we spot shadow Nash. Again, he's big kid, 6'4", 175, and he pulled it down and got some tough yards on that one.
He's a senior, and, you know, Coach Finn talked about they've got a lot of kids that have played or that are older but haven't played a ton because they were behind some good classes.
This time the quick toss to number 22. That's Kaufman. He has a nice run. Looks to be a gain of about 7 or 8. Very close to another first down. And we talked about getting that rhythm for the Eagle offense. It looks like they're into that now.
Yeah, the rhythm, you know, and offense is rhythmic, and they've got a good rhythm going right now. Lancaster needs a big play here if they're going to stop them.
Yes, they do. This time out of the gun is Nash. He'll take the handoff and hand to Owusu Ansah, but great pursuit there.
They're going to mark him short, Marion.
Cody McCoy was the first one through from his linebacker position. He's made a couple nice plays in the backfield tonight. So stop short of the first down, 3rd and 1. This is a big down for the Eagles. And they give it to Owusu Ansah. Big surprise there. He runs tough and gets another first down for the Eagles.
32, Gavin Smith, and 26, Kevin Monahan.
Yeah, if they'd asked us, I think we'd have done the same thing.
Give it to your bell cow when it's a money down, I tell you what.
This is a good timeout, I think.
I think it is too.
You know, as you said, you know, it's rhythmic, it's pace.
Yep. And as we have a timeout on the field, we'll take a minute to remind you, stay tuned. After the clock hits 00 for the halftime band show, it'll be brought to you by the Frank E. Smith Funeral Home, Crematory, and Monuments. Family owned and operated since 1889. Check them out at funeralhome.com. The Frank E. Smith Funeral Home, respect for tradition, regard for change. And by Fairfield Federal. When it comes to our customers and our community, we go above and beyond to help. Personal or business banking, whatever you need, we take it seriously because we know you do too. The difference is clear. Fairfield Federal Savings and Loans specializes in banking that revolves around you. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Back to action here, 7 minutes and 39 seconds. Nash, this time with a straight drop back. He'll try it deep to the left side. Falls incomplete.
Wow, what an effort out there.
But a strategic deep shot taken by the Eagles. Incomplete for Miles Jackson. He gave a great effort as we see on the replay.
Watch him play for the ball. He made a great play on the ball. See, neither defensive back can see the ball.
Right.
What a great effort.
High points it at the right time, but giving chase there was Dylan Bird from his cornerback position. Just enough at the end of that play to knock the ball loose and prevent the touchdown for the Eagles. .732 now in the second quarter. Nash still in the shotgun. He'll give to Owusu Ansah. 2 and 3. Defenders miss him as he runs for a first down around the left side. Shifty, nifty running again by Owusu-Ansah.
Yeah, he's not easy to get down. I mean,
he's
like
not.
You said, I think shifty's the right word. Watch him right there. See his feet?
Great feet.
Yes.
Great feet, my word.
Gets his shoulders parallel to the goal line, and, man, he's off.
I wouldn't want to tackle him, my word. Because and runners like that, the moment you try to break down, you think they're going to juke you, they run you over.
Oh, good tackle right there.
Very nice tackle there by number 25, J.D. Thomas.
Second and 9.
Not much of a gain there for the Eagles. But after that run by Owusu-Ansah, they're inside the red zone. Now under the 7-minute mark. Again, we don't have time of possession here, but you got to think the Eagles have done an excellent job of it on this drive. Nash out of the gun, split backs. He'll keep it himself around the end.
Nash on the carry.
Tackled by Burke
By number 9, Jack
on that
Burke.
play, but not before he gains a couple more.
Big play, 3rd and 6.
Yep, you hear the bells there. That is 3rd and 6. It'll be a big play for the Gales and the Eagles here. Lancaster will be looking to get a stop here. If they do get a stop, keep in mind, again, that Clapier has a pretty decent leg. They may try to go for the field goal.
Yeah, I think he kicked the 38-yarder this year.
Yep, I saw that as well. Nash in the gun this time. 2 receivers to his right. He's looking left, but chased out of the pocket. He's rolling left, trying to find anyone, and now just throws it away.
That's what, again, I'm talking about rolling left. There's no way that he can throw an accurate pass there due to the pressure.
He didn't have, much time there. Darius Darcy from the defensive end spot. Excellent job. Just blew past the block that was intended for him and applied that pressure to force the incompletion. And that will bring on Clapier. Looks like a 32-yard attempt. Snap and hold is down.
No.
His leg is into it, but it is wide left. No good. So still no score here at Fulton Field with 5 minutes and 43 remaining.
That's a big stop for the Gales defense.
Huge. Yes, it is. So they will take over, again, deep in their territory, but they got to be proud of the effort the defense gave on that drive.
Now, what do you say? Bend, don't break?
That's right. And again, it's one of those things with confidence. When you have a defense that's had a couple rough outings, given up, again, a lot of points on some of the other games that they played, but some of it, again, put in precarious positions. But being able to stop a team like New Albany deep in their own territory like that's got to give them confidence. 1st and 10 for the Gales. Hand to the first man through, but it's a flag on the play.
Nickerson with the carry flag on the play.
It's usually a hold when it's thrown from there.
Yeah, New Albany seems to indicate that they're confident that it is.
For 75, first down.
It is, in fact, a hold on Brendan Hydra. So back up even deeper into their territory, inside their own 10-yard line will be the Gales on a 1st and 20,
Yeah, when you predominantly run the ball, we've talked about this for years, when you get penalties like that, it just puts you behind the chains so much.
Yeah.
It's hard.
Yeah, very hard.
It's hard enough to get 10 yards.
That is true. This time hand to Richards. He goes off the left side. Gains a few yards. Not much. Will bring on 2nd and 16 for the Gales.
I mean, Gunner's had a really good start to the year, Marion. He's averaging over 70 yards a game and almost 5 yards a carry. So,
yeah. And again, that's they've had a different leading rusher in all the 3 games they've played. So they've done a great job of spreading it around and getting everyone involved.
And that also says your line's doing a good job. Right.
That's right. Brody Burke this time in the shotgun. He'll do a straight drop back, looking over the middle. This time it's complete. So it's big time tight end, Cameron Griffin. So a nice completion there as we look at it on the replay.
I tell you, big target, good throw.
He is a big target and runs very well for his size. Griffin listed at 6'5", 250. That's a big boy rumbling over the middle to get to the ground. And he does get the first down for the Gales. Burke hands to Dickerson again.
Tackled by number 59.
Well, you know, one of the
1.
things, too, that Coach Finn talked about, that when I asked him, you know, what are some of the things that you feel really good about his defensive backfield? He's got 3 seniors and a junior. He said they have played really well all year.
Yes.
To this point. They have been, so that, you know, that's big for Lancaster to
Yes,
put a little
it is.
pressure on that defensive backfield.
That's right. This time in the traditional spread. Man in motion. Will get the ball. Richards again.
Yeah, pretty good cut right there.
Yeah.
Richards on the carry.
Nice run and a nice tackle there by Shipman.
Well, if anything, that gives you a doable third down.
Yes.
You know,
Yep,
at that
third
point.
and reasonable, as they
Yeah,
say.
exactly. And, you know, that's a really good gain and a nice run on second down.
Yep. As the clock ticks down, we're inside of 4 minutes left in the first half. Still no score here at Fulton Field. Gales don't seem to be too worried about the clock as they're still inside their own territory. 3rd and 3. Burke hands to Dickerson.
Oh, wow.
This time up the A-gap.
Dickerson with the
Very
carry.
hard run, and he does have a first down. Well, he just plowed ahead on that one, didn't he? He would not be denied.
That place should be called Bulldoze, right?
Yes.
Right through. Here we go.
Absolutely, absolutely. So fresh set it down for the Gales. Still close to midfield. 3:09 remaining in the first half. Hand to Richards again. This time he stood up by a couple Eagle defenders.
Yeah, really.
Richards tackled by 44.
Nice job beating off
Yeah.
the blocks there, primarily by number 2, Cole Grady.
Yeah, the right side of the New Albany defense did a great job right there. They just, there was nowhere to go. You can see some of the students here tonight.
Yes. They come with their spirit, faces painted and American themed. Saw lots of American flags on my way into the field tonight.
Yeah, that's good.
2nd and 10. Burke in the gun. Sends a man in motion. Straight drop back. Looking to set up a screen. He's got it on the left side. That's number 3. Breaks the tackle. Xavier Goss. And he's got a first down.
Well conceived play.
Yeah, that was perfectly set up, Shu.
Yeah, very well conceived here, Marion. Watch here. Whoops, he's just going to run into 75.
That's all he needs.
Yep.
So just stop right there and get in his
Yeah,
way.
that's right. Hey, that's great. That's a good play.
That's a great play design. Great execution there by the Gales. As the clock continues to click down, still not a real great sense of urgency, moving at their own pace, but they are moving the ball nonetheless. This time Burke in the gun. Speed option to the right. He'll pitch it to Goss.
Yeah, it's
Five stop. Nice tackle by Clay Carr.
Here comes the
1:45,
timeout.
And now you'll get a timeout from the Gales. And again, as we talked about, both teams with a pretty decent kicker. If they get in position there, Lancaster could be happy and content to settle for 3 and get the first points of the game.
Coach Schoonover really wanted to say something about J.D. Thomas, how well he's been good this year, how good he's been. He's kicked a 37-yarder, and I think he's 9 for 9 on extra points.
That's right.
And,
Wow.
That's all you can ask for. And we just saw a tremendous punt earlier, so that's a weapon.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Hey, as a reminder, you can find live and past games on our YouTube channel. Just search for CLN, your hometown connection, on YouTube to find games and other local programming. While you're there, make sure to click subscribe so you won't miss any action. And also, if you're on Facebook and X, check us out on those social media platforms as well. Just search for Interphase Video Productions. Remember, X was once called Twitter.
The website formerly known as Twitter. Yes, that's what it is. Out of the gun is Burke. He'll throw a screen to Richards. Richards.
About a yard short, I think.
Yeah, but just short. A great tackle there by Abu Kibi. And he's had a really nice season thus far. All the backs of the New Albany defensive backfield have done a nice job. Quick to the line again, this time in the hurry-up. In the gun, trips right.
Yeah, I'm doing Cole Dickerson. Nope.
Another screen to the left is Goss. but he's got a host of defenders out there. Keeby brings him to the ground again, but not till he's got another first down. They'll stop the clock to move the chains. Lancaster will hope to be ready to run a play as soon as the clock starts back up. Quickly back to the line, same formation, trips right, Burke in the gun. Straight drop back, looking over the middle. It's Goss on the in route. He's got a gain of about 8 on that, inside the 25-yard line.
There's 50 seconds. You don't have to panic yet.
Yep.
I mean, that's...
They feel pretty good about where they're at, still in the hurry up. Burke's back, throwing right, and Richards unfortunately drops that one.
He was often moving before he had it.
That probably, it's about to, you see that, and you want to get upfield, and you know that pursuit's coming, but you got to catch it first.
Wow, seeing a lot of, shotgun here is interesting.
We have, yeah, and that's the thing. I was talking about that with, the expansion of the Lancaster offense really unlocks another some opportunity. They've got athletes out at Lancaster. They always have, and again, I know you want to be physical and establish the run, but when you have the ability to spread some folks out, have that versatility in your offense, that's helpful. This time Burke under center. He'll give to Richards straight ahead. And he pushes forward for what seems to be a first down. And they'll stop the clock with just north of 30 seconds, 31 seconds remaining. They're quick to the line. Looks like they may be spiking it. And they do. Burke spikes it to stop the clock with 27 seconds remaining. But another fresh set of downs. And now it'll be 2nd and 10 for the Gales.
I watched a high school team last night practice this scenario, like late clock, how to spike it. The coach was teaching them how to spike it, how we want to be.
Yes.
Taking them through all the scenarios. And, that's critical right now.
Critical. I know probably a lot of folks remember the Cowboys a couple years ago in that playoff game.
That's right.
You don't have those things buttoned up at the end of the game, it can cost you. It can really cost you. So it is good to hear that teams are paying attention to that. 2nd and 10, Burke under center. We got another flag on the play.
Looks like offside.
Offside on the defense.
Offense.
Encroachment on the offense.
Oh.
Okay. 2nd down.
Wow, okay. You don't really see that on such a quick snap.
Maybe they lined up just initially.
Might have been, yeah. Again, that speed to get to the line. I know you want to be quick and utilize all the time there, but always important to make sure that you're lined up correctly.
But it's not like the old fields that were grass and, all of a sudden the lines are worn and you can't see. I mean, you grew up playing on real grass. And there's no reason not to know where you are, in my opinion.
It's such a beautiful field, this turf project that we've talked about in the past. Such a nice job. This time the fake to the left side. Receiver falls down. That was Richards. Looks like he got tripped up when he came off of the fake by the Eagle defender, and the pass falls incomplete. 3rd and 15 with 23 seconds remaining.
Yeah, you just want to at least gain some yards. Look at the replay right here. They had this. This is a pretty nice little call, Marion. And Burke did a good job. But if the receiver, he had him beat.
That's number 1, Ethan Zant, from his linebacker position. Looks like he got just enough of Richards. Almost kind of a trip there.
Yeah, I think it was incidental.
Yep, you're right. 3rd and 15. Burke under center. He'll toss to Richards. He'll take it off the right side, break a tackle, and get stood up after a gain of about 4 yards.
That's a good hard run.
Yeah. So again, as the clock ticks down, under 10 seconds, and we try a field goal here?
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah.
What's that going to be? We're at the 19. That's going to be about 36. That's he's hit a 37.
37, yep. So J.D. Thomas will come on after the timeout.
So we got coming up this weekend. So you all fired up for Sunday's game? Open up the NFL season. I know you're a big Browns guy.
Yes, huge Browns fan.
I watched some of all of it. I know you guys got to get fired up for those games.
Yes. So 1 o'clock game against the Bengals. Of course, you saw Joe Burrow just sign that huge contract, highest paid player in the NFL. But
wish we were good friends. Huh?
Maybe. But no, Browns have a lot of expectations. They've had expectations in the past, and they have not come to fruition. So we'll see how that turns out this season. As J.D. Thomas lines up to attempt what looks to be a 36-yarder.
They just gave him 5 yards.
And they got 5 more to make it a little easier.
So we're going to go, we're going to go 31.
New Albany.
Oh,
Timeout. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, we did see the flag here on the near side of the
Yeah.
field. So I'm not sure what that was about. But if it was a penalty, then New Albany was able to get a timeout.
I think the timeout was called, and that's probably why the player moved and he didn't see
Yes,
the timeout,
yes,
probably.
Yeah, you're right there. You're right.
And I know you haven't got to watch a lot of college football. You're so busy with family and stuff. But yeah, I know how it is. But seriously, without the clock stopping now, what do you think about that in college football?
You know, it definitely is makes a difference there, especially when you've got, offenses that, rely on so much of the tempo and things like that. I'm really surprised that they made that rule. I saw that there was, I can't remember which coach, but it said, they're doing the best numbers and, everyone's watching college football. So why you want to speed up the game is really kind of perplexing. So back on again to attempt a field goal is Thomas. 36-yarder is up and plenty of leg, and that is good to end the first half. What a kick by wow, what a kick by Thomas. He had plenty of leg into that one, and that'll take us to halftime of the IVP Sports Buffalo Wild Wings Game of the Week. You have the Lancaster Golden Gales 3, the Albany Eagles 0. Again, stay tuned for our halftime band show coming up after these messages.
CMA class of 1966.
IVP Sports presents the Buffalo Wild Wings High School Football Game of the Week. Brought to you by Buckeye Toyota, Bay Food Market, Fairfield County Adam H., the Savings Bank, Sheridan Funeral Home, Fairfield Federal, Fairfield DD, the Frankie Smith Funeral Home, Dagger Law, The Carriage Company, Personal Touch Party Rentals, North Body Shop, Fairfield Medical Center, and Buckeye Lake Marina.
Bay Food Market is Fairfield County's source for high-quality, locally sourced meats. The meat case is always full of quality fresh beef, pork, gourmet burgers, and gourmet brats for you and your family to enjoy. Bay Food Market cures and smokes their own hams, bacon, and sausage. Visit Bay Food Market at the corner of Maple and Walnut Streets in Lancaster and discover the Bay Food Market difference. Open daily 8 a.m. to 6 p.m., closed Thursday and Sunday. Bay Food Market, proudly serving Fairfield County families for more than 90 years.
Dagger Law has more than 110 years of experience in nearly every aspect of the law. When we're not just helping clients, we're helping the community. You'll see us at festivals, sporting events, and around town because we live and work here too. We are your neighbors, and we want to help you when you need it. When we help each other, we're stronger. Our community is stronger. Creating a strong, vibrant, healthy, and safe community is everyone's responsibility, and we take the responsibility seriously. We are local, we are trusted, we are experienced.
Hi, this is Kristen Glazier with Fairhope Hospice and Palliative Care. We're here to promote compassionate end-of-life care by providing comfort, support, and resources for those experiencing palliative needs in our community. This month, we are grateful to be chosen as a recipient of the Buckeye Cares program. That means Buckeye will make a generous donation with every vehicle they sell this month. We really couldn't accomplish what we do without local support. Thank you, Buckeye, for helping our community.
I want a doctor who listens to me.
From primary care to specialty medicine, we put your needs first by treating you like a person, not a number. Our primary care team will help you identify your healthcare needs and set goals for success, regardless of where you are in your wellness journey. We care for patients of all ages, with offices that are close to you. Whatever you're searching for, you can find it at Fairfield Medical Center.
Greetings from Fairfield DD. We begin to celebrate the much-loved fall traditions as we move into cooler weather. We hope to see you at Football Friday nights and the County Fair. As you enjoy the season of changing colors, we also want to remind you of the change we hope to see. At Fairfield DD, we pursue a vibrant community where people lead fulfilling lives and everyone makes meaningful contributions. Follow us on Facebook or Instagram to learn more about how we remain dedicated to our community.
The Frankie Smith Funeral Home and Crematory in Lancaster and the Johnson Smith Funeral Home in Baltimore have a long and wonderful history of serving our community. Feel free to give us a call at 740-653-0652. Stop in and see us at either of our two locations, 405 North Columbus Street in Lancaster and 207 South Main Street in Baltimore. Respect for tradition, regard for change.
Fairfield Federal. When it comes to our customers and our community, we go above and beyond to help. Our people make the difference. Personal or business banking, whatever you need, we take it seriously because we know you do. Stop by today at any of our 3 locations and see why the difference is clear. Fairfield Federal Savings and Loan specializes in banking that revolves around you.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Swing into the Carriage Company and check out our sweet deals.
If you're looking for the best selection of clean, quality used vehicles, look no further than the Carriage Company. You'll feel secure with your purchase, knowing all vehicles undergo an extensive safety and service check prior to the sale. And all vehicles can be viewed online at carriagecompany.com. The Carriage Company, located at 1031 North Memorial Drive in Lancaster.
So wait!
I really like Fairfield County because we're just a great mix. We're not so isolated that we don't have resources, but we're also small enough that it's a real community. And I will say that I don't think I've ever seen or worked in a place where so many partners in the community come together and are truly collaborative.
I've been working in Fairfield County for over 20 years, and I've had a variety of positions within the county. Being a smaller county, I've been able to get to know the service agencies better and people that work within that. So I've always had those opportunities to be creative, to think out of the box. And through those collaborations, we've been able to really build some wonderful programming for the youth and families.
I think that everybody is really community-minded and they're really focused on, within the system of mental health care, they're really focused on getting people access to the care that they need and making sure that we're serving the people in Fairfield County.
Community, connections, collaboration. The Fairfield County Way.
Hi, I'm Carol Whittington, and I would like to invite you to stop by Personal Touch Party Rentals and Events, located at 1540 Hubbard Drive in Lancaster. We are a small family-owned business and have been servicing the Central Ohio and Hocking Hills area since 2003. Graduations with a personal touch, weddings with a personal touch, corporate events with a personal touch. Please call us today for all your party rental needs, 740-689-6991.
Central Ohio, home to thousands of businesses, large and small, each with owners and employees working hard to make their businesses work. We're the Savings Bank, and we're here for your business. When you call, we answer. When you email, we reply. And when you need a business loan, we get moving. Because in a market of thousands, we keep our eyes on your business. the Savings Bank.
Welcome to the high school football game of the week. I'm Jared Stewart alongside Tim Shoemaker. Tonight we've got a great one for you. The Blue Carroll Bulldogs.
We had a great week of practice. Even in the rain and the weather, we had a great week of practice.
Schneider, lots of running room to midfield. He's gone. Ryan Schneider down the near sideline for a touchdown for the Aces.
We have a hold on the offense, number 20. That penalty will be declined. They'll bring up fourth down.
And we're going to give you this game ball here because you're a Tiberios fan of the game. And thanks for being here, Jacob.
Thank you. The Polar Bears are your OAC tournament champions. First time since 2009. What an exciting finish for the Ohio Northern Polar Bears.
Very proud of this trophy because you've earned it.
Shoemaker. Tonight, we've got a great one for you. The Blue Carroll Bulldogs.
We had a great week of practice. Even in the rain and the weather, we had a great week of practice.
Schneider, lots of running room to midfield. He's gone. Ryan Schneider down the near sideline for a touchdown for the Aces.
We have a hold on the offense, number 20. That penalty will be declined. They'll bring up 4th down.
We're going to give you this game ball here because you're a Tiberios fan of the game, and thanks for being here, Jacob.
The Polar Bears are your OAC tournament champions, first time since 2009. What an exciting finish for the Ohio Northern Polar Bears.
You'll be very proud of this trophy because you've earned it.
IVP Sports presents the Buffalo Wild Wings High School Football Game of the Week. Brought to you by Buckeye Toyota, Bay Food Market, Fairfield County Adam H., the Savings Bank, Sheridan Funeral Home, Fairfield Federal, Fairfield DD, the Frankie Smith Funeral Home, Dagger Law, The Carriage Company, Personal Touch Party Rentals, North Body Shop, Fairfield Medical Center, and Buckeye Lake Marina.
Welcome back to the IVP Sports Buffalo Wild Wings High School Game of the Week between the New Albany Eagles and the Lancaster Golden Gales. I'm Marion Royster with Tim Shoemaker. 3-0 is your score. Shoe, not much offense. Oh, I guess we had some offense in the first half, but not a whole lot of scoring. A really defensive struggle there thus far.
Yeah, both defenses were really good. You know, New Albany challenged Lancaster, and Lancaster had a good stand. New Albany missed a field goal. Lancaster took the ball with, 5 minutes to go, drove down the field here and got a field goal at the end of the half. So I think that's big for momentum. Now, you got to carry it over into the first 5 minutes of this quarter, in my opinion. I think the start of second halves in sporting events are critical, how you play.
Yes, I would agree with that, and I think the Gales have to be really pleased at how they, particularly finished that first half, getting some score on the board. And even though, again, not a whole lot of offensive production as far as points on the board, but really cut down on the self-inflicted wounds. No turnovers in the first half, a couple pre-snap penalties, but pretty clean, and the defense played spectacular.
Yeah, I mean, that's keys to success right there. I mean, that's a script. Few penalties, no turnovers, and have good defense. That'll give you a shot right there every night.
Yes, it will. And as we prepare for the second half, Lancaster will be kicking off to the Eagles. The Eagles will be heading towards the north end zone. And the kickoff again brought to you by Sheridan Funeral Home. Sheridan Funeral Home is proud to be supporting high school football. They've been serving the community of Lancaster and Fairfield County for over 100 years. J.D. Thomas set to kick off for the Gales. He was the lone provider of points in the first half.
Well, like we said, he's had a good season so far. Really nice start, and he's a weapon.
Yep, big leg punting and kicking off for the Gales as they'll quickly approach, fake the onside, and now reset for a traditional kickoff. We're underway. Deep kick will sail into the end zone over the head of all three Albany returners for a touchback.
Yeah, like we said, you can do that. You're going to make teams drive the ball 80 yards. The chance of that happening and them scoring is a lot less than if they're up at the 35 or 40.
Yes, it is. Football is, among other things, a game of percentages. And, with all the talk of analytics in the pro game, one of the easiest analytics is if they start deeper, they usually don't score as often. So 1st and 10 for the Eagles at the 20-yard line. Again, led by their senior Braylon Nash. The senior quarterback will line up under center. Another shift formation. He'll toss it to the left. Ball carrier has a head of steam. Looked like that was Ashton Allen around the left side.
Yeah, he didn't get many touches first half, and
No, he did
he's
not.
one of the, I think he's the second leading rusher on the team, but he only had, very few touches, if any.
And another name we didn't call much in the very first half, I think at all, was Colvin Canel.
No.
Their big tight end.
No.
They really like to get involved. Don't think he had a reception in the first half.
Yep, you're right.
This time it'll be a sprint right for Nash. He'll throw on the run, and the ball pass is complete.
That's a really nice throw, accuracy-wise, from where he was on the field and on the run.
Nice timing route caught by Miles Jackson. We'll look at it again on the dagger replay.
Yeah, but which way's he going?
To his right.
Okay.
You got it.
Okay. I know very little, but I might know something, Marion.
Throw it where they're comfortable. Absolutely.
I mean.
So a fresh set it down for the Eagles. 1st and 10 on the 35. Hand coming around to the near side. Looks like that's a Wusu Ansah.
Yeah.
Nice run. Nice blocking up front by the Eagles on that play. Picks up about 7 on the play.
Yeah, he just gets through small seams and runs hard, and like you said, runs through contact, initial contact, and just positive stuff.
Another shift in formation for the Eagles. Nash will toss to Allen again. Nice cut block.
Yeah.
It looks like it might be a flag as Allen runs for a first down at the moment, but we'll see.
I think it was more of a tackle.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly.
Yeah.
He pretty much pulled him down, I thought. And, there's no way you're on an island there blocking that. There's no way they're not going to get that.
Second down.
As the referee again, Wayne Linthicum, explains the holding call. That'll back the Eagles up another 10 yards. Looks like we have an injured Gale down on the field.
Here's the
replay.
Yeah, watch here.
Yeah.
I mean, he just threw him into the.
And again, that's number 8, Kelton Fisher, who has been in the backfield time.
He has really been active defensively.
Yes, he has. I mean, just really blew the play up on that one. It almost forced a hold out of the offensive lineman holding on for dear life as he brought him to the ground. Injured Gale. That's Dylan Decott. Looks like he's about to head to the sidelines, but he is up on his own power. Hope that he's okay, and he'll be back in a couple plays.
Yep, thanks to Dagger Law for providing those replays for us again.
Always great to see him. Always great to see him. So the Eagles backed up again. This time 2nd and 13 from their own 33-yard line. This time Nash in the gun. Split backs on both sides of him. He'll hand to Owusu Nasa, who takes it off tackle. Gets about 5 of those yards back. As we've been giving a lot of love to the Dagger Law replay, rightfully so, we should also really thank our staff and our crew, the IVP Sports staff, our producer, Bob Competti, Josh Messerly, Shane Messina, Donnie Ziegfeld, Jason Rouse, Tom Russo, and Jim Spires. Great job as always, guys.
The best there is.
Oh, I couldn't agree more, Shu. Couldn't agree more. Nash in the shotgun, rolling to his right again, Shu. This time he'll complete again. But brought down after a gain of about another 5. Nice tackle on the play by Smith.
Yes.
A little slow to get up on that one, but it does bring up 4th down and a punting situation for the Eagles. Another great stop for the Gales defense.
Yeah, like I said, I think the first 5 minutes are critical, and how you play and what you do, it can determine the outcome of the game, and that's a good stop for Lancaster.
Sure is. Clapier back to punt. Deep to receive is Roby. Punts away. High looper. Roby will call for a fair catch, bobble it, but complete it nonetheless inside the Gales 20-yard line, where we'll see the offense take the field once again.
Marion, tonight's second half scoreboard sponsor is Buckeye Lake Marina. If you're looking for a new boat, a great pre-owned watercraft, or a place to get parts for your boat, Buckeye Lake Marina has it all. More information can be found at buckeyeLakeMarina.com.
Appreciate the good folks at Buckeye Lake Marina for what they do.
Been a sponsor for quite a while.
Yes, they have, and we appreciate all of our
Sure
sponsors,
do.
particularly Buckeye Lake Marina. This time it's end-around handoff to Gunnar Richards. Richards with a nice run, stiff arms a player out of bounds.
Well, I tell you, out here on the left side, and you and I have talked about this a lot, but Hunter Levesque made a really good block to help him get that extra yardage.
Yes, he did. Been a nice job tonight by all the offensive linemen up front for the Gales offense. Dillenberg brings the play and then lines up out wide. Burke under center. Man in motion, but we've got another pre-snap penalty.
But there's just, it just hurt drives.
Yeah, if you could point to one flaw in the offense tonight of the Gales, it's been that.
Yes. I mean, now you got to get 15.
Right. Of course, the last couple times they've had to get 15. They haven't had any problems with it.
Yeah, but you're rolling dice, as you well know.
That's true. But again, I mean, when we talked about Burke, how he had, not as great of a game the last couple times being a young quarterback, but he's certainly looked good in 3rd and long thus far. This time they'll hand up the middle straight ahead on 1st and 15, try to get a little bit of that back. I think that was Dickerson, the first man through. I'm sorry, check that. That's Goss. Coming through on the quick hitter, gains 3 yards. Beautiful night here at Fulton Field. Couldn't ask for better weather. Gales back to the line. Goss in motion. This time it is Dickerson. He'll run behind his guard and center on that. Pretty decent gain on the ground, straight up the middle. And just like that, Shu, 1st and 15 becomes 3rd and 7.
Well, it's doable.
But
it's harder.
Yes.
Than 3 and 4 yards.
Yes, it is. Yes, particularly in this offense. And again, it's kind of two things here where you kind of see whether they'll run or pass. This time it will be a pass. Burke rolls this right and completes. Gunnar Richards is loose out of the backfield.
Wow.
Big gainer and a first down for the Gills. What a huge play connection downfield.
Watch this. Watch his accuracy.
That's a big-time throw right there.
You can't throw it any better.
No, you can't. Right on the run. And Gunnar Richards looked it right in, hit him right in stride.
And I'm not going to say it, but he was rolling right.
Yes, he was. Again, sometimes the best answer is the simplest one.
Yeah.
Richards again, this time on a sweep.
You know, both coaches also talked about, the physicality. The game's going to be physical. And, we talked early before the game started about, the point of attack. And Lancaster's done a really good job tonight.
They really have. At the point of attack, they've been very physical.
Because New Albany's excellent defensively.
Yep. Looks like Richards is a little hobbled on that play. He'll come out. And I tell you, it's been really neat for me, Shu, to see the maturation of Richards.
Yes.
A couple years ago, he was getting in as a sophomore, had a lot of athletic ability, but wasn't quite honed yet. You can see how he's grown, gotten bigger, gotten stronger, and really making a lot of big plays for the Gales this season. Dickerson off tackle.
First
He'll
time.
have a nice run there.
That's the first time they've really got the fullback loose.
Yes, they have. Yes, they have.
That's a little slant there off the guard. But, he hasn't really been able to get his feet going too much.
No, he hasn't. Again, credit that Eagle front line, particularly the defensive tackles there. But on that play right there, Dickerson made a nice run. Fresh set it down for the Gales, this time in the red zone at the 17-yard line. Burke on the sweep to Goss again. He's wrapped up by Shipman. Not much of a gain on that play.
Yeah, Shipman, he's the leading tackler on their team.
Yeah.
Senior, 6'1", 195, 200 pounds, and He does a good job.
Mm-hmm.
We haven't called him a lot, though, so, you know, they've got him blocked for most of the time.
Gales have done a nice job sweeping it out wide. This time they'll fake the sweep.
Oh.
But Burke is going to be brought down, swallowed up, this time by Shipman again.
Yep, there we go. He's starting to show up.
Making his presence felt, absolutely. Shot straight through the gap on that one. He read it all the way and came up with a huge sack for the Eagle defense.
Watch here. They never got him blocked here. You'll see right here, he never got him blocked. He just didn't get his shoulders out there in front of him.
Yeah, and that's what on that play, again, it's hard to say, you know, Burke is executing the plays he's been told, but if he plants his feet in the ground and kind of just sets and waits for the receiver to clear instead of kind of running into the block on that one, might have a little bit more success. 3rd and 17 for the Gales. Now they're backed up in the gun again. Here's Burke, straight drop back. Cuts up. Delivers over the middle, but that's going to be short of the first down. But they did get some of it back, and they're in field goal range if they want to try another one of those.
Well, after the one we saw at the end of the first half, I mean, I'm not sure what isn't range.
Absolutely,
If you're on the other side of the 50.
Yeah, especially inside of the 30. They should feel really good about their chances.
And we're like about 35-yarder here.
And J.D. Thomas will come back in to try his second field goal of the night, this time, as Shu said, 35 yards.
Not a chip shot by any means. I mean,
no, it's not, but he had plenty of leg on that
did.
last attempt. My goodness.
Lancaster 8th graders, Sherman 8th graders, and Ewing.
Snap and hold is down. Thomas again, plenty of leg, and it is good again. I think we know who our early front runner play of the game is.
Wow.
Producing the only offense tonight of the night thus far. Again, J.D. Thomas, I beg your pardon, an excellent kick.
Well, you know, when I get a chance to talk to, and both coaches are class, Coach Finn and Coach Schooner over here, you know, and I understand they don't want to highlight too many people. I mean, that's not, because you coach team, and it does take a team. But I tell you, Coach Schooner specifically told me about J.D. is that, Coach, he's really good.
Oh, yeah.
He's really good for us and good. And in this, the kind of games they're going to play, it's really important.
Absolutely, absolutely. Thomas, a senior, again, only converted one field goal coming into this evening, but already has 2 tonight and hasn't had to seem to have any trouble with those, getting all of his leg into it.
Well, and he kicked it to the, the negative 5-yard line the last time here on the kickoff, and that, you know, that's critical.
And on the punting, he had that booming punt that, again, they almost downed it at the 1, but even still, it flipped the field. And field position's been so important in this defensive struggle game like this one. Traditionally faking the onsides, the Gales, and now Thomas will reset to kick it deep. 4:20 remaining in the third quarter. Another deep one that'll sail again through the end zone, touchback. So there you go, Shu. 4 minutes, 20 seconds. We've got a 6-0 game, and the Gales are executing.
Well,
not a whole lot of points,
like
not
I
a whole lot of fireworks, but they look good.
What's over 7.5 minutes are gone, so they've tossed a shutout so far after just having some real struggles, but they have not been put in situations that are, you know, terribly precarious so far.
Yes. Shifting at the line, Nash under center, hands to Owusu Nasa. That same off tackle play. This time he is met in the hole. Nice tackle again by Dancy. And he had that really crucial pressure at the end of the first half that kept New Albany out of the end zone or from scoring, actually.
That's right.
So again, total team effort. We've seen a lot of big plays from the Gales defense tonight. 2nd and 9. This time Nash rolling to his right. Completes. Again to Miles Jackson.
Yeah, his accuracy's been good.
Yes, he's looked really good, particularly on those rolls to the right.
But he does. He throws a nice ball.
Yes, he does. It looks like the coaches, again, are understanding, you know, he's more comfortable, you know, getting him out of the pocket, getting him on the move.
Yeah.
A nice gainer there results in a first down for the Eagles. And they're going to look to get a little bit of momentum going. They haven't had much of that this game. Shifting in motion. Here's Nash, stumbles from out of the center, and he is brought down Barely got the handoff.
I think a lineman stepped on his foot.
Yeah, I think so. But Kevin Monahan, fantastic play from his defensive end spot. Comes through the backfield. Big loss in the play. 2nd and 15 now for the Eagles. There's Monahan.
And here's your strong side receivers over here where they've been having success. They come again.
Nash pressured and just throws it away. Was intended for Miles Jackson, but he was pressured.
Yeah, that was number 8 for Lancaster. Fisher.
Yep.
He's
Fisher
been
again.
good.
Yes,
He's been good all night.
Yes, he has. He's been coming off the edge, just screaming from that position into the backfield. Has had several big plays, as so many of the Gales have in the front 7.
Well, in any sport, if you pressure the ball, you're going to have more success. You have to keep pressure on the ball because players are so good with the ball.
Man in motion. Nash will quickly throw to his right. Completes this one. That one's complete to Busowitz. Brennan Busowitz, one of the few juniors on this New Albany offense. Picks up a couple, but not enough for the first down. And again, Clappy will come on to punt for the Eagles.
I was a little surprised by the decision there to throw it so short quickly.
Yeah. Looked like he tried to get him in the flat and give him some room to run, but with the way this Gales defense have been swarming, that's not going to have a very high success rate. So Clapier will punt to Roby once again. This one's a little shorter. Roby calls for an onside, but can't quite get there. Takes an Eagle bounce. And a roll dead just past the 30-yard line.
Hey, let's give a big thanks to Larry Tipton and the crew at Buffalo Wild Wings for great food, great service, and the best sports viewing in town. It's all at Buffalo Wild Wings in the Plaza Shopping Center on North Memorial Drive in Lancaster.
Thanks, Shu. And thanks to Buffalo Wild Wings. 1st and 10. Gales on the 31-yard line in their own territory. We got another flag.
Yeah, there's some movement.
False start on the Gales is the preliminary call.
1st down. It's like taking a hammer and just hitting yourself in the foot with it is what that's like. If you're an offensive coach, you know.
Right.
It is.
And it's like, on one hand, they haven't turned the ball over, and they've had so many of those, but these pre-snap penalties, just continue to not be the best thing. So 1st and 15, this time on the 26. Dickerson off tackle. Nice run. He's corralled down by Shipman.
I think about 4 yards. I mean, like I said, we've really only seen him break loose once.
Yes.
And but they still you got to feature him, and he's got to be part of it if your other people are going to get open.
Yes, as we again talked about, we saw last year many times. He is a threat to go to the distance any time out of the backfield. Richards in motion, but the handoff will go to Dickerson again up the middle. Not much this time. Gain of about 1.
See, now if you don't have a penalty, and I know ifs and buts what they are, but you would have 3rd and 5, which is very doable. Where now you're in a 3rd and 10 situation is what down and distance you really don't want to have a lot of.
As Dickerson and the tight end Griffin come off the field, expect to see a wide formation, perhaps a shotgun.
Yep, there you go. Good call.
This time 4 wide. Burke straight drop back. Looking deep over the middle. Pass is caught. Into Eagle territory is J.D. Thomas, the kicker. He can do it all, Shu.
Hey.
We'll see on the Dagger
watch
replay.
Here. Way to go up and get it.
Goes up and high points that ball,
yes,
doesn't
sir. Really. I tell you. Tremendous.
Yep. Great athlete. He's got a good leg, good set of hands on him as well. Back
there
to
you
live
go.
action. Here's Dickerson, and he gets loose on this one. About a 14-yard gain. Another fresh set of downs for the Gales. And they'll go tempo. Burke quickly under center. Dickerson again, breaking 2 tackles and taking a couple more with him before he's pushed backwards, but not until he gains another 6 yards.
Unfortunately, a player's down.
A member of the New Albany team, as their training staff comes out to help the injured player.
Yeah, just about the end of the quarter here, and this is big right here. If you can get a point, some points here, you got to make it a 2-possession game, and that's big.
Yes, yeah, would be huge.
In this scenario we've got going on tonight.
Yep, not much scoring going on tonight, and we talked about it on our way up, Shu. Sometimes you can get misled by, this team played this team and played them tough, and this team played this team, and the score looked a lot worse. The Canal-Winchester score, they went to overtime with the Eagles, but game got away from the Gales when they played them. But, thus far tonight, Lancaster's had the upper hand and has not turned the ball over.
Well, that game was what, 14-14 mid-third quarter, the Lancaster Canal game, and you just got to keep plugging away. I mean, I know Coach Goonerver, he's a day-to-day guy, and that's kind of how you have to be.
Injured player for the Eagles was Jones, number 89.
Hopefully he's all right.
Jaden Jones. So back to live action. Dickerson again. Runs behind his guard, is very close to another first down. As the clock ticks down, we're under 20 seconds remaining now in the third quarter. And the Gales seem to be content to let the clock tick down with a 6-0 lead. And that will be the end of the quarter. Again, Lancaster Golden Gales 6, New Albany Eagles nothing. Gales defense continues to pitch a shutout as we start the fourth quarter here at the IVP Sports Buffalo Wild Wings High School Game of the Week.
Big play coming up, 3rd and 1.
Yeah, it will be a big one. There's our cameraman, Jim Spires. And
Jimmy, the oldest tenured.
I was going to say, I couldn't remember exactly how many years we said last week. Was it 25 for Jim?
Jimmy, 31.
31, holy cow.
He started this. He was here when they started it. And you see Tom.
Yep, there's Tom Russo, our cameraman on the sidelines.
And he's excited. He's got the Youngstown Penguins in Columbus this week.
Yeah, that's right. Yep, Tom very excited about that.
Jay Roush.
There's Jason Roush. 28 years for Jason. So he is right behind Jim.
He was only 5 when he started?
You're too kind. You're too kind. Looking for brownie points from the guys on in the camera. But that's great. That's great. Certainly appreciate all those wonderful shots that we get week in and week out from our wonderful camera folks there. Great job, guys, as always. So we'll start the fourth quarter. Again, 6-0, Gales leading. But knocking on the door once again. If they don't get backed up for nothing else, we know that they're good for a field goal.
Yeah, I think the down markers are a little off here. They had him past the down marker.
Oh, well, just giving them first downs, right.
Okay.
So they've got that fixed. And the Gales will run their first play of the fourth quarter. Again, a 6-0 lead. 3rd and short for the Gales. Burke under center, tight formation. He'll give to who else? Dickerson. That's a pretty sure bet with the way he's played along with this offensive line. Another set of first downs.
He's another lineman that can run. He's 220.
Wow.
Strong.
Yep.
I mean, come on.
Yeah. It's almost a no-brainer in situations like that. And, again, that's why it's so crucial, when they can pick up 2-3 yards each play and get in 3rd and short situation, you have him as a weapon in the backfield. 1st and 10, man in motion. This time it'll be Burke who'll keep it himself around the end. Gets a nice block from Dickerson. Or excuse me, the block from Goss. He's pushed out of bounds. But not until he gains another 4 yards.
We haven't seen him, Brody, carry the ball much tonight.
No, we haven't. He's done a great job
really
with
has.
his right arm. He's done a really nice job, made some crucial throws as we've seen. Hasn't done much with his legs, but got to keep him honest, and he did on that play.
Yeah, good call.
2nd and 7, ball on the 12. Burke hands to Dickerson again. This time he'll stretch it out wide and stiff arm a defender for another gain of 3.
3rd and 2.
Actually, more of a gain of 5 by Dickerson on that one.
Wow, that puts him about, what, 3rd and 2?
Yeah.
3,
So
something like that.
3rd and 2. Gales again knocking on the door. Looking to get the first touchdown of the evening. Burke barks the signals. Dickerson again, off of his left guard this time.
They're marking for a first down.
And he does have the first down. And this again just continues to just pump confidence and momentum into that offensive line of the Lancaster Golden Gales. First and goal with the ball marked at the 3. Two tights. Everyone bunched in tight on this one. Dickerson again. This time he stopped and pushed backwards a little. Forward progress will put him right at the line of scrimmage where he was previously. And he'll bring up 2nd and goal.
They had more success when they've kind of slanted them. And I understand north-south, make it simple.
Yes.
Shortest distance between 2 points is
Yes.
a straight line.
Yep.
But he's had some success here in these last drives with slants.
Yes. Yes, he has. This time,
there it is.
Dickerson again. He's in the end zone. Touchdown, Gales.
They just physically wore them down.
Yeah.
They did
sure
that drive.
They sure did.
New Albany's line looked tired.
Yes.
Didn't they?
Yes. And again, we'll look at the replay as Dickerson, another hard run, straight up the middle.
I mean, when you get blocking like that, and you got a physical runner, 220 pounds coming at you hard.
Thomas on to try the extra point. Extend the lead to 13-0. Oh, hits the crossbar and bounces in nonetheless. By any means necessary,
Somebody needs to buy a lottery ticket tonight, man. Wow.
That was a line drive. We'll check it out again on the Dagger replay.
I'm not sure I've seen this for a long time.
Well, I thought it was going to be blocked. I mean, the Eagles came straight through on that couple defenders that were right there and had their hands up, and the kick was low. It gets by both defenders, hits the crossbar, goes straight up in the air, and falls in.
Well, this next possession for New Albany, to me, with 10 minutes to go, to have a chance, you got to have success here.
Yes,
You're down 2 scores, and they looked a little tired defensively.
You talked about that, and again, I can't say it enough. 96 players on the roster, so many seniors, 2 platooning. You don't have very many guys going both ways. But, sometimes it doesn't matter when you have a team as physical as Lancaster.
Exactly. And that was one of the concerns Coach Finn shared with me, that, we got to deal with their physicality. We know that. They've played them. This is the 4th year. In the OCC, they have what they call crossover games, and they contract each other for 4 years. So this is the 4th year of this. And, he kind of felt like, we've got to deal with their physicality. It's always the same, he said.
Yep. And again, when you mix that physicality with execution and not hurting yourself with turnovers, this Lancaster team can be very hard to beat. So Thomas will kick off again.
Wow.
Sails it deep once again, and they're not going to give the Eagles a chance. Sails over the head of Keeby. Not a chance for a return. And, Keeby's a great athlete, so when you're not giving those returners a chance to return it, it's even better.
65 yards every time it's been.
That's something. That's something.
It is.
I often joke when I was in high school, we didn't have a kicker that could kick an extra point. So when I see kickers, I get a little jealous when you see guys with the talent that Thomas has. This time they'll toss it right. Brought down by a host of defenders. Looked like it was Van Kaufman on the carry.
Well,
Yes,
I know we saw, we would see Hilliard Davidson years and years of having great teams that run the ball, but they always had a kicking game, and that was just their weapon to finish you off.
Yes, it was. So loss of 1 on that play.
They've got to get something going here to have some success.
They really do. Nash and shotgun on a straight drop back, and we've got another flag. Another false start. Goodness gracious.
I mean, it's week 4. At some point, you have to start to really clean that up. You really do. I mean, I'm not saying it's easy, but I'm also saying in week 4, there's less excuse for it.
Yeah, and again, not that I'm trying to make excuses, but I know so many teams want to go tempo now and catch the defense before they get set, hurry to the line, snap it quickly. This is sometimes the byproduct of that, so you really got to have that stuff cleaned up if you're going to run an offense.
You're right.
2 wide receivers out to the left. Nash will roll to his left. He'll stop and cut it up. Has some room on the backside, breaks a tackle, breaks 2 tackles. And he's pushed out of bounds, but not after a very impressive run. But Goss took him out, knocked him out before he was able to pick up the first down.
Well, I think another thing with the tempo is we've seen two also tonight that we don't see all the time. These teams actually huddle.
Yes.
And anymore, watch this effort here by Nash.
Very nice.
Tremendous. 1, 2. I mean,
that's pretty impressive running.
That is.
Breaking through some solid tacklers there. Nash will throw out to his left. Pass
just short, though.
Anish Patel on the reception.
But I think you got to go for it.
I would probably agree with you here, Shu.
You know what? There's only 9 minutes, and possessions are limited.
Yeah, and they're down 2 scores already.
Yes.
As this game is gone, again, you give the ball back to the Gales here. Who knows how long they'll hold on to it.
I've always said, too, I've never been on the sideline calling plays, but it's almost like if you can't get a yard, you're probably not going to win anyway.
So here we go on the money down, 4th and 1. Eagles quickly to the line. And we have another penalty as we were getting a Wusuasa off the right side, but another penalty.
On the offense. 4th down.
And that's a backbreaker, Shu. That is an absolute backbreaker.
Well.
Offense looks to be staying on the field, though, which I don't blame them.
Well, like I said, if you want a chance to win, you got to probably score this possession.
Play comes in, personnel shift by the Eagles. So it looks like that short yardage personnel they had in is
that's out.
Subbed out, yeah. Not on 4th and 6.
No.
And sure enough,
Lancaster will call timeout.
Nash is in the shotgun. Yep, timeout Gales.
I like that, making sure you're organized.
New Albany, they're first.
Now, on a crucial down like this, you don't want to leave anything to chance. So the Gales wisely take a timeout, make sure they have everything buttoned up, and we'll take a break. As we see a fan there, a small fan playing with the iPad. My kids,
they know
like
what
a lot
that
of
is,
tablets,
don't they?
yeah. We don't let them have it as much, but sometimes when you're in situations like this, a late game and kids get tired, you do what you got to do.
I know. I tell people, I said, I used to have questions. Now I just ask my grandkids.
How do you work this?
Yes. Why isn't this working right?
And there's the cheerleaders, the Gales.
Yeah, big crowd here tonight with cheerleaders. Student body of Lancaster's big.
Excellent crowd.
The bands. This is, we always say it's a community event.
Here we go on 4th and 6. Nash drops back. He's going to throw it to the right. He's got a man open, but overshoots it.
Oh, my.
And he had his receiver.
He's been accurate all night.
Out of bounds.
Watch the pressure, though, Marion.
That's right.
Right there. That makes a difference.
It does. It does.
He did not have enough time to really step and throw.
That receiver open was Miles Jackson. He's made several tremendous catches tonight, but that one was just a little outreach of his catch radius there.
Well, here you go. You can eat clock and maybe finish it off if you can take care of business.
That's right. As we get a look at Darius Darcy coming off the field, he's had a tremendous game, providing pressure again on that play. Back to live action. It's Dickerson off the right side, carrying another 3, 4, 5, call it 4 Eagle defenders.
Well,
he just drags bodies, doesn't he, Shu?
He does. He's comfortable with it. He's a heck of a wrestler, I guess.
Yeah, okay.
So he's quite comfortable with
Makes
this.
sense, yeah. Makes a whole lot of sense. Nice pickup as the clock ticks down. 8 minutes and 35 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter. Lancaster with a very comfortable 13-0 lead. Burke under center. Tight formation again. Gives again to who else? Cole Dickerson. Runs for another first down. Wisely tries to get down before he goes out of bounds.
I'm going to say,
sure
just get a saddle.
Yeah.
They're riding him
Just
right
ride
now.
him.
They are. They have the whole last
yeah.
half of the third quarter now.
Absolutely.
Just put it on him and let's go.
Uh-huh.
Wow.
First and goal.
Like a Brahma bull going through there,
yes,
man.
he is. He is.
You know, he bounced off the tackle there and stiff-arming people and just kind of looks comfortable doing it.
Guys like that are fun to watch.
They are.
Christian Okoye was one of my favorites.
Yes.
Remember that?
Oh, yeah.
For the Chiefs.
Yes. I'm a little older, but I got some others that I loved like the same thing. Now offside on New Albany.
Yeah.
And a lot of that
on the defense.
Offside and
First
procedure
down.
stuff.
Yes, it is. Encroachment it is.
Well, you know,
the Eagles.
and the adjustment that Bob made at halftime on the officials and things has been very good.
Yes, it has.
Yeah. Wasn't sure we were going to be able to get sleep tonight.
The ringing in the ears, right?
It was loud.
Here's the off-tackle play.
Yes. I like when they slant him.
Yes.
Like I said, I get it. You got to run, you know, in the A or B slot.
Yeah.
But I like that there. That gives him a little room to maybe, you know, move his feet, read a little bit.
Oh, that was actually Xavier Goss on
Was
that
it?
play.
Well,
yeah,
all their backs
coming
run
from
hard.
The slot. Yeah, they do. They do. You close your eyes and really don't look. You kind of can run very similarly. Very strong, very good ball security. It's hard for me to believe that they've had such an issue with fumbles thus far, because it looks like they've got really good ball security as they run.
That and on top of it, I think also Brody Burke had, you know, he was figuring it out. Touchdown.
Give it to Dickerson. Touchdown, Gales. So his second of the evening, Cole Dickerson, the senior, pounds it in from 3 yards out to put the Gales up 19-0. 7 minutes and 3 seconds remaining in the fourth. So Thomas will come on to try another extra point to make the comfortable lead for the Gales even more comfortable. Another good pressure there from the Eagles, but the kick is good.
It's always amazed me how close you can get.
As we look at the replay,
it's hard to tell there.
A lot of penetration.
A lot of bodies.
I'm sorry. Yeah, that's the touchdown.
Yeah, a lot of bodies.
Mm-hmm. And Dickerson knew it as soon as he got up.
Yeah, he did. Well, they've had to push here the whole fourth quarter.
Yes, they have.
They really have. They've controlled the point of attack.
Yeah, they've been, very, very physical. As you know, I know in your comments when you talked to Coach Finn for the Eagles, he was really concerned with the physicality of Lancaster, as we've said time and time again tonight. They, unfortunately, for the Eagles, have not been able to do that or win at the line of scrimmage at all.
They haven't. And, like he said, using the word polish, want to polish offense, they're not polished yet.
Mm-hmm.
Too many mistakes.
Yeah. The pre-snap penalties,
yes.
Among several others, that just
sets you back.
It really does. It really does.
The game's hard enough as it is.
Yeah.
It's simple in a lot of ways, but it's hard to be perfect and execute all the time. I mean, it takes skill, practice, and talent.
Mm-hmm. So Thomas again to kick off. See if he can put another one in the end zone.
No.
This one will be a little short. And it's retrieved by Patel, who will take it up the right side for a decent return.
Tackle by number 34, Kyle Woody.
Got a cramp.
Oh, got a cramp on the field. You're
Yeah.
right. Ever see the leg extended like that? You can almost be assured what it is.
He was trying to get it himself.
Yeah. And be grateful that it's not something worse.
Oh, absolutely. But
I tell you,
but when you're having it, you don't.
It's that bad, isn't it?
You think it is the worst.
I tell you, the cramps and getting the wind knocked out of you are two things where it's like when you're having them at the time,
at that moment,
it feels like you're going to die. But once you know, oh, well, now I'm fine. I can go back in the game. Well, you were just screaming 30 seconds ago.
Yep.
So this Eagle offense will take the field once again.
Still, we're still half of a quarter.
Still have a lot of time
More
left.
than half
They've
a
got to
quarter.
really get to work, this Eagle offense, and get things turned around.
Looks like, I thought they were going to throw it. There's the out.
Nash throws to the left. It's complete.
Yeah,
receiver breaks the tackle.
Really great throw.
That's Miles Jackson again.
Yeah, Jackson's a good receiver.
Yes, he is.
He's good.
Yep, another, again, great size, 6'2", 170, only a junior.
Yeah, he's a good-looking player.
Yeah, runs really crisp routes. Has been open a lot.
Like I said, you can see it all from up here. They're just so deep. I know they don't want to get beat deep, but, man, that's just too much room.
Yeah, somewhat of a prevent defense, it looks like, with a 20-point lead. Again, but you've had so much success playing the other way.
That's true.
Let's see if that continues.
Here we go, rolling
this
right.
This time Nash rolls right.
Yeah.
He'll complete to number 15.
Another flag.
Pettinger. We'll see what the flag is for.
Holding on the offense. Still first
penalty for the Eagles that'll back them up into a 1st and 20.
Yeah, that's just not it's not been good for them this half at all. Plus, if you're Lancaster's lineman, can't you kind of pin your ears back a little bit right now? And,
You'd think so. You'd think so.
Think they're going to pass, Like, see if I can get me one here.
Yeah. I bet you the 44 Darius Darcy is licking his chops at this time.
There he is out here on the right wing.
Nash will try a deep shot. Intended for Jackson again, but broken up by Dylan Bird.
Now we got a flag back here. Two of them. Some post play.
Yeah.
That's just not what you need to have if you're either team.
And we'll see who the guilty party was as the officials convene. I like the Eagles taking a shot down the field on that one.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
We haven't seen too many stretch passes at all.
No, we haven't. No, they took another shot early in the first half down
right.
in the end zone and almost completed that. So seeing them go back to it, unfortunately, they weren't able to convert on that one.
See what we come up with here.
Personal foul on the offense. First down.
Wow.
So they'll be backed up even further, add another 15 to the 1st and 20 that they were already on as we look at the replay.
Let's see what's going on here. Rosa, you can see the play here at the finish. He had him beat.
Yep.
He just didn't get enough in it.
No, he wasn't able to get his body
And a good
into
play
it.
to come back by the defensive back.
Yep.
Not interfere and come back and make a play on the ball.
Yeah, that was I thought we were going to see pass interference, but he avoided just enough of it as Nash drops back again. This time he completes the quick out. Completed to Liddy.
Holding again.
And another holding call. My goodness.
Well, we're going to run out of space here, at
We're
some
going
point.
to be lining up in the end zone if they keep this up.
Wow.
Holding on the offense. First down.
And again, Shu, just seems like this has been an uncharacteristic night for the Eagles. You have those sometimes, but, a team that's usually pretty buttoned up, pretty well disciplined. Just a lot of mistakes tonight, a lot of mistakes.
Yeah, now the emotional part of it. You see a little bit of breakdown in that control emotionally, and that's not what you want to have.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, we saw it at Carroll, and we saw some of the same kind of things from Hartley when they got behind a little bit.
Yeah.
And how
Yeah,
do you
we did.
handle it?
We
How,
did.
you know, how do you handle this?
Owusu Nasa off the right side
Yeah.
as we get back to
He'll
live
get you
action.
some yards.
Yeah. Breaks a few tackles, gets a chunk of it back as they were facing a 2nd and 43, believe it or not. You ever seen it? I don't think I've ever seen a 2nd and 43.
It's been a long time.
As a Lancaster player is down on the field.
Wow.
Not sure who that is. And as we near the end of the game, Shu will give you a little time to think about it, but we will begin the process of considering our players of the game. And as we talk about the players of the game, first we'd like to thank the Offensive Player of the Game, which is brought to you by Bay Food Market. Stop in at Bay's and check out their weekly gourmet burger and brat selection and shop their full-service fresh meat case. Bay Food Market at the corner of Walnut and Maple Streets in Lancaster since 1932.
Man, you saying Bay, I'm ready. They have some of the best food there. Man.
Yeah, they do.
We're blessed.
Injured Gale was Dylan Decott. The senior did get up on his own power and get off the field, so hopefully good for him. Nash in the shotgun again. This time it's 3rd and 30. He'll look deep over the middle. He's got a man deep, but just over the outstretched arms, number 21, Busselwitz. So 4th and 30 with 5 minutes and 15 seconds left. Haven't put any points on the board. Again, it's very unlikely that you can convert a 4th and 30, but you're almost forced to go for it, huh?
Obviously, it's how Coach feels.
Yeah.
I mean, it's either that or you punt and may not get the ball, see the ball again.
4th and 30. Nash back to pass, straight drop back. This time he'll try deep to the left. Trying again for Jackson. It sails out of bounds, incomplete. And the Gales will take over again in their own, in Eagle territory.
So we got to come up with an offensive player of the game.
Yes.
I mean, I think we have a couple choices here, in my opinion.
Yes.
I think, obviously, you know, we saw Dickerson here in the second half dominate, but I think Brody Burke has been really good.
He has.
Throwing the ball. And J.D. Thomas set the tone, I think, and we saw him catch a long pass, too. I think J.D. Thomas is the player of the game for the Gales.
I would agree with you, Shu, absolutely. So congratulations to J.D. Thomas. Tonight's player of the game, again, brought to you by Bay Food Market. And I beg your pardon, I think the scoreboard was wrong on that last one. They showed it as 4th down. It was actually 3rd down.
Okay.
So the Eagles did punt the ball away. And Lancaster will take over at their own 49-yard line.
There you see J.D.
JD's had a heck of a night again, not just in the kicking game with converting those field goals, but the big catches over the middle. This time hand to Gunnar Richards. He breaks 2 tackles in the backfield and gets straight ahead before he's held up by a host of defenders once again. Gain of about 4. So 2nd and 7 with 4 minutes and 40 seconds to go. Lancaster once again in the Eagle territory.
I mean, still amazing 4.5 minutes.
Yeah.
It's been this 4th quarter has been very long, actually.
Yes, it has. Tight formation for the Gales. Dickerson again.
Yeah, good
This
job
time he
right
stood
there.
up. Nice job. Will Ola made the stop. So the Gales will have a 3rd and 6. But I think they would still feel pretty good about, given the circumstances. Under 4 minutes remaining in the game. Burke to the line of scrimmage. Hands to Richards. Richardson puts his foot in the ground and makes a play upfield and gains about 3 yards. It'll bring up 4th down.
I believe they're going to kick it, aren't they?
You would think they would, but the offense seems to be on the field for the moment.
Maybe he's going to take a timeout, let the clock run down to
That's
3
probably
minutes.
It. And as we do that, we'll take a minute to ponder on the player of the game for the New Albany Eagles. And that will be brought to you by Carriage Company, located at 1031 North Memorial Drive in Lancaster. Learn more at carriagecompany.com.
And again, I always find this difficult, but I mean, we've had the players play really well. Braylon Nash has been impactful. Jackson's a good receiver, but I tell you, Owusu Ansah, I think he's their player of the game tonight.
Yeah.
He's had a great ball game, great effort, and that, you know what, he's also playing with people keying on him.
Yes.
Which makes it even that much more impressive. So I think he's the player of the game.
So congratulations to Joseph Owusu Ansah, the Eagle player of the game. And as we come out of the timeout, Lancaster, actually there was no timeout. It was a delay of game.
Okay.
Which will give them a few extra yards to punt it. Why not?
At that point, take off every second you can.
Speaking of which, 2 minutes and 47 seconds remaining in the game. Thomas, our player of the game, is back to punt.
He just takes one step, too. Did you notice?
Gets into it. That's a very nice punt. That rolls, takes a nice bounce inside the 10. And the spectacular night of J.D. Thomas continues, Shu.
47 yards.
Wow.
Out of bounds.
And he didn't even really step into it.
No, he takes one step and just kind of
just booms it.
Boom. Yeah.
World-class athlete. And there we see Owusu Ansah taking the field. Did a real nice job tonight. Again, some of those drives stalled weren't his fault. Obviously, you know, a lot of those pre-snap penalties, but he has run extremely hard.
He's a good player.
This time runs up the middle. This time it is Owusu Ansah again.
I mean, it's not like you don't know he's coming.
Right.
So, and that's what's been impressive to me is he's how he's handled himself.
Yeah, he's looked really good tonight. One of the lone bright spots. Again, a lot of unforced errors on the part of the Eagles, but he has run well. This time Nash under center. We'll hand it up the middle for a gain of about 3. That was Kaufman on the carry, and we have another Eagle down on the field.
You know, Coach Schoonover's got to feel really good about this. I mean,
absolutely.
Last 2 weeks have just had, you know, just not real clean, and you have tighter games, and next thing you know, they're out of control. So you just come back to work, you get better, and you know, they're beating a good program.
Yeah.
You know, we know New Albany. I mean, they lost in overtime to a Canal Winchester team. They got beat the first week by Marysville, who we've seen before down here, who's well coached with Coach Johnson.
Excellent program.
Yeah, they have a great program, and it's been good for a long time. So, you know, hats off to Coach Schoonover and his team. Coach Finn will get he'll go back to work. And, you know, and again, like I said, I appreciate them taking the time to give us a feel for their teams and their thoughts about it all, because it does help us really understand kind of what's going on up here and makes it even better for our broadcast.
Yes, it really, really does. Yeah, to have that insight of what a coach is thinking as opposed to just guessing. You know, we want to, you know, bring as much accuracy as we can to our broadcast. And Shu, as you're able to, you know, get all the information that you get from the coaches and put together those sheets that you spend a lot of time on, we really appreciate that. It makes it so much easier. And again, gives not just us but the viewers a much better experience as we watch these games.
Well, you know how I feel about this. This is a privilege. And you know what? We're here to really, you know, shout out to the school district, the coaches, the players, you know, because this is special.
Yes,
this is
it
a special thing.
Yes, it is.
I mean, you were able to do it, so you know.
I was, yeah. Again, it was such an incredible experience being out here on Friday nights. There's really nothing like it, as we talk about all the time. Yep, you don't forget it. Stays with you. Very fortunate to be a part of it and continue to be a part of it. Injured player for the New Albany Eagles was Eric Dahl. He was helped off. So I hope that he's okay. As we are now ticking under 2 minutes, 1:39 to be exact. 2 receivers out wide. Nash will be under center. He'll toss to the right, and we've got another penalty.
Yeah, against New Albany again.
Yep.
Encroachment on the offense. 3rd down.
And sometimes you wonder if maybe they've had some officials in the previous games that might have been a little bit more liberal.
You never
let them
know.
get away with a little more.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if anyone watched the NFL game last night, but the Chiefs had that right tackle that looked like he was false starting on every single play.
Every time.
They finally called it at the end.
Yeah,
but sometimes you just get officials that let some stuff go, and others that are a little bit more call it a little tighter.
You're right.
So it's just been just an incredible amount of false starts.
It really has.
And encroachment penalties on the Eagles. Nash in the shotgun this time. They now have a timeout. They'll take a timeout.
Timeout. New Albany. Their second.
So 1 minute and 7 seconds to go in the game. Lancaster leading the game 20-0. Defense has pitched the shutout shoe. Couldn't ask for a better outing.
No, they played really good the first week also against Taze. I know Taze got 17 points, but some of that was gifted. And I looked at the numbers and stuff. I mean, when you outgain somebody by over 200 yards and stuff, your defense is playing well. But
for sure,
boy, they got lit up at Hamilton.
Yeah, yes, they did.
I mean, they really got lit up. And then things were all going well against Canal last week, and then it just kind of dissolved. But tonight they've been special.
They've been stellar tonight.
They have
really just stifled this New Albany offense again that has a lot of athletes, a lot of kids, and again a lot of seniority of kids that have done some really great things in their career, but nothing much tonight. Hand to Owusu-Asa around the right side, and again an excellent tackle. Brought down by Xavier Goss, and Goss and Kelton Fisher from their end positions, the outside linebacker, positions. My goodness, they have been all over the field tonight, Shu.
Fun to watch when you got defensive players like that, just active in every way.
So 38 seconds remaining in the game, 4th and 8. This could be the last play that we see of the game. This time it's Nash rolling to his left. He'll stop, plant, and come back to the other side. And he's got some room. Gets out into the open. He has a first down and scoots out of bounds after a big gainer down to the 32-yard line.
Yeah, that's fine. Just don't hit anybody late in that situation. Have a little restraint. And
runs out of bounds.
Discipline.
Gales, played that straight up, and don't want to see any unfortunate episodes when the game's out of hand like this.
That's going to be it.
Number 8, Ashton Allen. And that will be the last play of the game as the clock ticks down under 5 seconds. And the victorious Gales come off the field after an amazing performance this evening, blanking the New Albany Eagles and this high-powered offense 20-0 at the IVP Sports Buffalo Wild Wings Game of the Week. Shu, my goodness, we've talked about it all night, but again, this defense, if you could give, I know we gave J.D. Thomas the player of the game, but you could really credit the whole defense for the effort they've given.
I agree. They just a great effort by the whole Lancaster team. Very consistent. The way you got to play, as you talked about, no turnovers. Took care of the football, executed when they had to, and then I think they just absolutely wore down New Albany in the last quarter.
I agree.
I just felt that they dominated at the line, and they're hard running. New Albany's going to win some games.
Yes, they are.
They
Yes,
are.
They are.
They're well coached. Coach Finn is a class act, and I appreciate, like I said, I know I've said it several times, but I appreciate when they take the time and effort to speak to us, and they'll pick it back up. They've got good players and well coached.
Yeah, it clearly wasn't their night tonight, and the Gales, as you see there on your screen, celebrating with their fans, they've got to be excited. This is one of those victories, that they can build momentum off for the remainder of the season. They've got some really tough games. They've got obviously a Pickerington North team that's got an incredible roster, and a lot of road games coming up in the second half of the season. But this is something that they can say, hey, we know that we can come in. If we play this kind of football, we can beat anybody on any night.
No, and that's how they've got to play. I mean, just steady, consistent, and great effort, because I know Coach, when I talked to Coach Schoonover, he talked a lot about when you play New Albany, you are going to get 48 minutes of 100. They give 100%. So you got to match that. And that's what your team should be doing, but sometimes you have to reinforce that thought.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. Again, it's just an incredible performance tonight by the Lancaster Golden Gales. Always neat to see here at the end, celebrating with the crowd. And this student section has got to be super thrilled.
Yeah,
to see what's happened.
They hung right in there.
Yes, they did. So again, from Fulton Field, 20-0 was your final. The Lancaster Golden Gales blanking the New Albany Eagles. Make sure you join us next week, folks, as we'll have the game of the week. Fisher Catholic, the Fighting Irish, will be taking on the Fairfield Christian Knights. So the first Fairfield team versus Fairfield team that we'll have of the season. Looking forward to that one. Fairfield Christians had a pretty good start to their season. Fisher, still having some growing pains, but they're working through some things, and we'll look to bring their best effort next week.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. It always is.
All right, so for all the folks in the truck, on the sidelines and the camera, and our entire IVP Sports staff, and for Tim Shoemaker, I'm Marion Royster. Thanks so much, folks, for joining us for the Interphase Sports Buffalo Wild Wings Game of the Week. Again, your final, New Albany Eagles 0, Lancaster Golden Gales 20. Good night, folks.
IVP Sports presents the Buffalo Wild Wings High School Football Game of the Week. Brought to you by Buckeye Toyota, Bay Food Market, Fairfield County Adam H., the Savings Bank, Sheridan Funeral Home, Fairfield Federal, Fairfield DD, the Frankie Smith Funeral Home, Dagger Law, The Carriage Company, Personal Touch Party Rentals, North Body Shop, Fairfield Medical Center, and Buckeye Lake Marina.